Hello and welcome to another update video about Coinbase. So let's talk about the different wave counts. At the moment, price has not really shown us sufficient evidence or given us evidence that this B-wave rally that we've been waiting for has started, but we are going to talk about that. First of all, we have a 5-wave move down into new all-time lows to December, which is not definitely not bullish. So we have to take this wave count and the upside scenarios with caution, because in a bearish interpretation, we have 5 waves down and an A, B, C structure to the upside. Be aware of that, right? This is not a definitely will go up thing. It could easily break down. That's just the nature of a chart that came to new all-time lows, which is the reason why many people call charts like these more risky. So lots of profit potential, lots of opportunity there, but also high risk. That's there is typically not a lot of opportunity without risk. However, what we can do is we can minimize our risk in that we understand the relevant pivot points when probabilities are likely to shift. So let's talk about that. First of all, if we approach this from a bullish point of view, which I'm inclined to do because we had the first impulse to the upside and the pullback. So basically a wave 1 and a wave 2 in the yellow wave count. We then rallied again impulsively, so another possible wave 1, and now a wave 2 pullback. Now again, this could be in a bearish interpretation just an ABC structure. In a more bullish interpretation, you can count that as a 1-2-1-2 setup, or even, I think I did delete that accidentally. Did I just do that here or not? 1 second, let me just try something. It's disappeared. Anyway, or alternatively, this would have been a wave 1, the top in February, then an A wave down, an overshooting B wave, and we're coming down in the C wave in the white wave count, which would also be bullish, but would allow for a much deeper retracement. So I think key is to understand at the moment that it is high time for a corrective bounce. Price has pulled back off this high, which was made in July, quite aggressively, and it has reached a 50% retracement level. So it's come already into the relevant support area, which goes down to $56.40 in the yellow wave count. So I can count that a 1-2-1-2 setup in the yellow wave count as long as we're holding $56.40. Or in the white wave count, as you can see, price can come down in 5 waves, all the way down to a maximum of $39. Below that level, I would expect new lows, possibly all the way down to $10. Okay, it's very important. In a bearish scenario, we would probably still be in the 4th wave. Okay, or might have completed it. But because we have, higher highs, higher lows, we are sort of watching for a bullish outcome. Nevertheless, price hasn't really given us any evidence that a larger bounce has started. So it would be, what we're waiting for, what is overdue, is either a bounce in a wave 2 in the white count or a B wave bounce. They would both have similar targets. From here, we're talking about a retracement zone between, well, $86 and $103 pretty much. But the 38.2 fib level is a less likely one. So in most cases, we would see price get into the region, in this case, between $90.80 and $103.60. That's what we're waiting for, but I will not confirm that this has started until we break above this trend line. Then we should see that upside. So at the moment, it hasn't given, we see a little bit of price action to the upside, but nothing that would be substantial. So the problem I have is that price isn't clearly coming down in a corrective fashion. That means we need to see more price action to make a stronger call as to what's happening. At the moment, my interpretation is that this is either a wave 1 which is coming down or an A wave. We're waiting for a bounce and then should get one more low at least, deeper into the support area. A break above $103.66 would already give us a much more bullish picture. We would then probably be in a breakout already in a 3rd wave. But due to the weakness right now, it seems, it's a bit unclear. What I'd like to see is a bounce so that I can determine targets to the downside more clearly. We could then hit eventually $65 or $56. At the moment, in summary, I have no indication that a low is in. It might as well drop further. A break below 72 would not be healthy. Okay, it would not be healthy because typically now we should see a bounce in a B wave or a wave 2 at least. So a direct drop would be quite bearish potentially. But anyway, as long as we're holding $56, it could still rally in a third wave. But from a structural point of view, and if we talk about likelihood and everything, we'd like to see a nice B wave bounce and the C wave down. And then we can, when we have the B wave bounce, we can calculate the target for the C wave. So it's a bit of a waiting game at the moment. It's unfortunately not very clear what's happening here in this move down. So I need more price action to determine what's going on. And yeah, I mean, if it goes in one go lower, yeah, I would get more cautious because we are obviously looking for ideal structures. It's all about probabilities. And if we really want this to be a wave 2, or if this really is a wave 2, it should show some reaction that gives us at least a clearer ABC structure. Okay, so I'm watching for that anyway. At the moment, no change therefore, but pay attention to the relevant Fibonacci support levels. Pay attention to the trend line if it breaks. Okay, that's my update about Coinbase. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.